Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome to this another lesson in mathematics. This will be our first part to a two-part series on the topic measurement. Let's get into our objectives so we can get right into it. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to compare lengths using terms such as longer than, shorter than. You should be able to differentiate between the use of meters and centimeters in measurement situations. And finally, you should be able to use the word meter and centimeter and their symbols m for meter and cm for centimeter to describe lengths. Let's look at some words that we will encounter in this lesson. Length, width, height. Do you think you know what these terms mean? I hope by the end of the lesson they will be much clearer to you. What is length? Length is the measurement of an object from one end to the next. For example, pay attention to the bottom of this rectangle. You will notice an arrow going across where the length is. Pay attention again. Now we're going to compare the length of some items that you use on a daily basis. Let's compare the lengths of these pencils. The first pencil we could say is long. The second pencil is longer. And the third pencil there is the longest. So we have compared all three pencils. If you notice, they all begin at the same point. The first one is long, the second is longer, and the third pencil is the longest. Let's move on. What is height? Height is the measurement of vertical distance. It can either indicate how tall something is or how high it is. Let's compare the height of these flowers. Look closely at them. Which one is tall? Which is taller? And which is the tallest? Let's see if you guessed correctly. The blue flower is tall. The pink flower is taller. And the red flower is the tallest. Tap yourselves if you said that before. Let's move on to width. Width measures the wide dimension of an object and is usually measured from side to side. Here is an illustration for you. Can you compare these? Which is wider and which is longer? Now we're going to move on to look at the units we use to measure length. Can you tell the units used to measure length? Let's take a peek. Units, symbols. Millimeters, the symbol mm. Centimeters, and the symbol cm. Meters, which is the main unit we use for length, has the symbol m. Kilometers, km. The kilometer is used to measure long distances, as in from Kingston to Ocherous. The millimeter, which is the smallest unit, is used to measure small length, as in the length of your fingernail. And the meter is the unit, the main unit for all of those. Now, can you identify some things in our environment that we can find the length of? Here are some examples. Let's take a look at tools we use to measure. This is a meter stick. It is 1 meter long, and it is a tool that you can use to measure length. Which unit would you use to measure? Centimeter or meter? Now listen and pay attention closely here. I'll be reading these for you, and you're going to decide along with your teacher which unit would be best to measure these things. The height of a door, the width of a book, the length of your shoes, the length of your pencil, the height of a flagpole. Your teacher will help you to find out if you were correct. I hope you have learned something today. Let's review what we did. Did we compare lengths using terms such as longer than, shorter than? I'm sure we did. Did we differentiate between the use of meters and centimeters in measurement situations? You did. And did we use the words meter and centimeter and their symbol to describe length? Sure. I'm sure we did. Now, next time around, get your rulers, get your meter stick, because we'll be doing active measurement of things within the classroom. See you around.